Because clearly people who play like this, they're ready to play the Nimzo Indian after d4, bishop b4. But if you decide to go for this move order, you do have to know about e4, which has been very popular in the last couple of years. And the results have been sort of mixed. A few players have been quite successful with white. Anish actually included, trying this out. Okay, so knight to f3, bishop to f5, d3, knight takes c3, b takes c3, bishop to e7. And these positions really don't look like English or these types
It's not
of
even
systems.
close.
No,
No.
it much more resembles some sort of e4 opening, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think what we'll see here is probably something like d4 and bishop d3, if memory serves me well. But it looks like Kramnik actually played d4, looking at the video feed. Yeah. So bishop to d3, and ideally one day, you know, white will castle, I guess, and try to push some of these pawns on the king side up. I generally, you know, I feel like black should be fine in these structures. He has his own play, maybe with c5 or knight c6, knight a5, playing for the c4 square. But
It looks decent. I mean, it kind of remembers of some sort of French where you exchange the e pawn for the b pawn, but at least you get your bishop out.
yeah,
So
exactly.
that feels good.
Exactly.
You
Now,
can just develop your pieces.
speaking
for a
of the
change.
French, yeah, it's always good to get rid of this one, especially when it's not blocked. So yeah, we'll see. But obviously, Kramnik, being very well prepared, does see some danger in these positions potentially.
He probably has
for
some
black.
plan up his sleeve. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to on b6 and knight a5. Probably the idea. It looks already quite nice at this stage for white. Just going g4.
I wanted to say black.
Really?
Ah. Okay, we're giving up on a pawn. That's a bit of a pity.
And we'll probably get an interview with Anish or Peter in a little bit. But anyway, I don't really like this this position, because if you go here, I guess g5.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, you can put your knight on c4, but it's not doing anything there,
No, it's not.
so it's not that pretty.
But this is also peculiar because it just looks like she's losing a pawn.
Mm-hmm.
So is Vladimir just having a big advantage here?
Starts to look like it.
It's also up on the clock quite a bit. I mean, 20 minutes and they have 15. Okay. Hu Yifan could be a little bit low on the clock before the time control. I don't really see it, Stefan. I just see a pawn being lost.
Yeah, I'm like looking at f5, but that doesn't help much because we're just opening up the position, and
And just here, this one as well.
because this bishop g3 move, there's no counterplay on the f file.
Yeah. And you can go queen c6, but I think I'll just protect. Also, this, by the way, looks promising.
Yeah, it sure does. Now the knight on a5 is.
Yeah, it's out of
Awkward.
place. But
Yeah.
this is also not the best looking.
Yeah, okay, winning a pawn is nice. That will change my evaluation a little bit there. No, I mean Kramnik then has a pretty comfortable game ahead, it seems.
Uh-huh.
I guess Hu Yifan will try to see counterplay against the white king, but it won't be easy.
Position. And we were looking at this a little bit more, and we actually got a bit more optimistic about Hu Yifan's chances to hold this one, because it is getting a little bit hard to coordinate. Probably Vladimir has to go into this position again, where he goes rook e2. So that means he would actually is it still possible? Let's count the repetitions over here. This is the first time he had this position. So 1, 2. Yeah, he could play.
If you
No,
go to
he-
e3, she can claim the
Yeah,
threefold. Yeah.
So he needs to go rook e2, but we said queen d5 here. Ah, so he is actually thinking if he is gonna make a draw.
Or if he wants to allow queen d5.
Yeah, well, we could have a look at this.
We can have a look at
queen
queen
d5
d5,
and
see
rook
what
e3.
happens.
But
Now knight c4.
Mm-hmm. And you're basically asking me how I'm ever getting out of this.
Yeah, because I will just go back.
Yeah, you keep going back, and I don't really see it either.
So what's so bad about the check on f3? I'm just gonna.
I thought you were gonna say, what's so bad about a draw? Okay.
What's so bad about the check on f3?
Probably that it's at least a draw, actually, too.
Oh, that will be a problem, yeah.
Okay, let's try c4.
Yeah. Well, I'll just take that pawn.
Yeah, this was just a pawn.
Well, thanks.
I
for the pawn.
think black is just better now. I mean, I still have the same plans, and okay,
Yeah.
you could try.
You can never get control over d2. It's a move has been played. What did I?
Oh, I have the feeling Hu Yifan is writing something.
Yeah, stuff's
down.
happening,
Oh.
and I think Vladimir is playing the draw actually.
Yeah. Well, that's a very good result for Hu Yifan, because it seemed like she was in a little bit of trouble earlier, but a draw with black against Kramnik is by no means
I wouldn't mind.
yeah, me neither. So I'm happy for her that she finally got her first points, because she was getting really quite unlucky. Yesterday, to be honest, Mamedyarov outplayed her, but once again in the first rounds against Anish, it was a little bit remarkable how at the very last moment she somehow made a mistake and lost the game. So yeah, Hu Yifan draws with black, good result for her, and maybe from here she can. We see, by the way, we see some heavy motions there by, I think Vladimir is talking about punching something. Anyway, Hu Yifan can look forward to maybe get her first win in as well. I'm sure this is very good for her confidence. So, okay, we're moving on to the games that are still. Whereas, was she worried at any point today after she lost the pawn, or did she think that she had enough compensation throughout the entire game?
Hu Yifan, it's not been the easiest of starts this year for you here in Vaikanze, but today a good result, a draw with the black pieces against former world champion Vladimir Kramnik. What happened in the game?
Well, yeah, at least today how to say, my shape is getting a little bit better compared to the previous two rounds. Of course, the start was kind of a disappointment to me, because I actually threw away a very good position in the first game against Anish, and that makes me a bit upset. And therefore, the second game with white, I simply kind of tried without a real fight. Okay, but today I'm satisfied with the result. Although the how to say, the progress of the game is still a little bit tricky, because I thought at some moment my position was kind of unpleasant, and of course later I found this trick with c5, knight c4, and somehow black is fine, but before that it's a little bit passive. But still, the game continues.
A question about last year, I think was a very good year for you. You won the Biel Super Tournament. Did that change anything for you and your career?
Well, last year, yeah, that was a kind of achievement to me, and because simply like my first champion among the traditional invitational tournament, but still I don't think that was a pretty successful year for me. I mean, if you look at my rating, was just like a slow increasing and not too much, but at least I'm trying to maintain a level and trying to step by step to going further. So I thought that was just like a middle point of the chess career.
And one final question for you. You've been awarded the very prestigious Rhodes Scholarship, and you're going to be going to Oxford University starting from September. So how much can we expect to still see you at the chessboard? And also congratulations, of course.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, honestly speaking, I have no clear idea. Like, I cannot guarantee for both, either for chess tournament or for my studies. But I could say the only thing I could say is like it should be a kind of turning point in my life, considering how to balance the chess with other stuff, for example, with study and also with your future plan, like future career. Let's say if you want to be a professional chess player anymore, so what are you supposed to do, and all these kind of things. So I could say that this step simply provided me a broader platform in case to try your potential and to show that life really without any limitations. So I thought in this case it was good, but still I'm keeping in mind clearly that probably my chess resource performance could be influenced a little bit, but of course I'm trying my best trying to maintain. But the one thing is that probably I should have the priority to choose what kind of tournament to play, because your time are there, you need to balance well, and probably the more practical, the more challenging event will be a will be a favorite option for me.
Well, speaking of choosing your tournaments, how in general, besides the board, how do you enjoy being in Wijk-aan-Zee?
Wow, I'm very happy to be here. It's kind of my seventh time, should be seventh. I started from 2007. My seventh time here. It's a tournament for me that really shows my growth in chess, and also through the practical experience from this tournament, I really learned a lot, because here in this tournament, I first played with many super top grandmasters like current world champion Magnus Carlsen, and also former world champions like Vishy Anand, and a lot of elite players that I play here the first time, so I really enjoyed it. And of course, besides the games, we also saw a lot of improvement from organizers. For example, starting from a couple of years ago, we decided to have 2 games out of Wijk-aan-Zee. We're traveling around the Holland in case to make the fans who probably not living close here have a chance to visit us during at the lobby. So that was a very good opportunity to chess promotion. Besides besides a professional chess player, we see that, at least I see a very good improvement.
Well, that's great to hear. Thank you very much for your time and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.